Nanjing, a city with a history of more than 600 years, is known as the ancient capital of 6 dynasties. Up to now, Nanjing historical culture has high status in Chinese history and culture. As we all know, if you want to know the history of a city, the museum is definitely the right place to go. So in order to complete this video, our team went to the Nanjing Museum. Viewing from a distance, the museum is in ancient styles. When entering it, we seemed to be in 500 years ago. It shows us the wisdom and spirit of the ancient Chinese workers. Located in the south of the Purple Mountain, Nanjing Museum was built in 1948 and is one of the earliest museums in China. It has 6 pavilions, including Gallery of History, Gallery of Temporary Exhibitions, Gallery of Art, the Digital Gallery, Gallery of Scenes of the Republican Period, Gallery of Intangible Heritage. You can see the ancient relics such as tube rider and also enjoy the art of calligraphy and painting, folk handicrafts here.
Entering the Gallery of History, we can see an exhibition of fossils, take mammals and northeast bison as examples. In the ancient prehistoric land, on the magical land where the rivers and seas meet, the forest vegetation is luxuriant, and there are many kinds of animals. These animals are only a few of them. In the endless life and reproduction, humans have emerged. The ancient tombs are the unique funeral customs of the Chinese. That is to say, the burial room is very important to the ancients. They will take the living supplies used in the dead to the burial room and take away the objects that the deceased loved to play before. Even some people with higher status have funerary men. Dynasty stone reliefs is a stone covering art covered mainly in the tomb, coffin and tomb by most of the folk artists who did not leave their names in the Han Dynasty. As an important part of the Chinese Han Dynasty portrait, it provides us with detailed material for the study of Han culture. People started using pottery to bring great convenience to life. With the development of pottery, ceramic art decoration expresses people's natural ideas, people's imagination and emotions. The ceramic art decoration expresses the thought of the harmonious unity of human and nature since ancient times in China. This is the chime. It's an ancient Chinese percussion instrument. The chime bell appeared in Zhou Dynasty and flourished in the spring and autumn period. China is the earliest country to make and use musical clocks. It was made of bronze and made of different sizes of clocks in the order of pinch. They are the earliest musical instruments in China. Then we came to the Bronze Age. The Bronze Age is the development stage of human material culture marked by bronze. After the advent of bronze, it played an epoch-making role in improving social productivity. In the circumstances, it was really amazing to be able to create these works of art. China is a country with a long history, and weapons are also relatively early, which can cause great harm at that time. This shows the history of China's currency development.
Digital Museum displays ancient themes with modern technology, expounding the development, change, and integration of historical culture contained in the artifacts. It uses a screen to play the story of Farewell, My Concubine. Farewell, My Concubine is a classic drama of Peking opera. The story comes from the love story between Xiang Yu and Yu Ji, who are surrounded by Han army. When millions of Han army surrounded the place and Xiang Yu only had 800 soldiers around him, in order not to implicate her husband, Yu Ji committed suicide. Xiang Yu and other 800 strong men find their way out. But when Xiang Yu was finally ready to cross the Wujiang River, he chose to give up and was eventually killed by the Han army. Many people believed that Xiang Yu didn't finally put down the dead Yu Ji and would like to stay with her. Xiang Yu and Yu Ji's life tragedy influenced countless people in later generations. The 360-degree holographic cabinet interprets the historical culture of the exhibits from all angles and perspectives. We can see other images that are not in their own perspective. The relics are very realistic from the perspective of color and clarity. This technology has changed the traditional way of showing. We can intuitively understand the use and the importance of relics so that we can truly have a good experience in the museum. The digital library also contains the animation. It depicts a picture of market activities in the street of Nanjing in March. The animated picture shows the scenes of going to court of the ancient Chinese dynasty. The emperor sits in the middle, symbolizing his noble and unique central position. Ministers need to kneel to show respect for the emperor. Interestingly, there are lots of interactive games where you can touch the screen to play the game in the ancient background. We tried a puzzle game. The picture of relic can be divided into many blocks, and we think about what part it belongs to, deepen the understanding of cultural relics and the understanding of history.
After a long walk, we went downstairs and the gallery of the Republican period began to show up, which was at the bottom of the museum. The gallery of the Republican period is based on the regional civilization of Nanjing. It shows the life of citizens in the period of Republic of China. The first thing that comes into sight is Chinese ceramics. It's so elegant that many tourists are attracted to take pictures. In the period of Republic of China, because of backward transportation and technology, people often communicate and express their sentiments through letters. The mail of each month is put in the mailbox, and the stamp must be posted before it can be sent out. Walk in the gallery of the Republic period, you will see a small train. It's one of the transportation during the period of Republic of China. We can see a little girl looking at it, maybe accustomed to today's planes and moving cars, and seeing such old things, she seemed very curious about it. There are all kinds of shops for the period of Republic of China, selling various of works of art, and the price is very affordable. What's more, you can also see a variety of painting and clothing with Chinese characteristics, such as the portraits of people, the dedicated Chinese dress. In the end, you will see a tea house. The furniture here are delicate. It's the main place for people to have a rest after lunch. In this place, people can watch dramas such as Beijing Opera, Country Opera, and so on. Also, it's great for people to experience the cultural atmosphere of Republic of China from different angles.
There are many thousands of years of art exhibition in the Heritage Museum, and there are many souvenirs to buy. Country Opera is one of the most ancient operas in China, and is also a treasure in Chinese traditional art. Country was listed by UNESCO as a representative of human oral and intangible heritage in 2001. The most important feature of Country Opera is its strong lyricism and exquisite movement, and its combination of singing and dancing is very clever. Country opera is a combination of song, dance, and words, and its long history makes it a feature of singing and dancing. Dance is an effective means to express the character's spiritual and dramatic significance. Facial makeup used in country opera are painted on the faces of traditional Chinese opera actors. This is the makeup art for stage performance. Chinese fan culture has a profound cultural background and is an important part of Chinese national culture. The notoriety also began to give each other fans to express their family or friendship. Hand-held fans became a symbol of elegance in life at that time.
As mentioned above, the Nanjing Museum is a place worth visiting, but there are still some deficiencies. Just like the pictures in the video, when we were browsing the museum, there were a lot of people in the attractive museums. This is make most tourists uncomfortable. Therefore, we suggest that there will be a two-dimensional code at the entries of each pavilion. After the customer uses WeChat to scan, they will get information on the number of people in the pavilion and suggestions for browsing. This makes the number of people in each hall relatively balanced. In addition, galleries of intangible heritage are too commercialized, and the contents inside are relatively single. Most of them are souvenirs. Therefore, we feel that we can allow customers to experience the culture themselves. For example, passengers can paint their own clay figurine, paint their faces, and make their own souvenirs.
Thank you for watching.